Hello everybody and welcome back to Lividius Gaming, and this is going to be episode 4, and today we're going to be building ourselves a nice little furnace room so that we have a place for all our furnaces to go essentially. So and I've got a couple of things to talk about in terms of server events and stuff going on over the next couple of days or so. So yeah, as you can see here, before we get into all of that, I've set up the what the furnace room is going to look like. We're going to have an indicator light above. This takes advantage of a T-bud switch, and I'm going to have this sort of decoration in front of it to hide the redstone. This is very similar, in fact it might even be exactly the same as how E04 has his furnace room, but mine will have a different layout to his. The aim sort of here really is to have, if I can, I was going to originally go for 3 furnaces, but then the room would just simply become too large. So we're probably going to have 2 furnaces, I imagine, on each wall. But this wall is going to be a window, which is why I've left it open. Or I might decide to have 3 furnaces, or alternatively I do have these spots here, if I decide I want to use those. But honestly, I don't need a massive furnace room because I don't do a whole lot of smelting, really, so yeah, that's kind of the objective for today, really. So the first thing that we really need to do is sort out this room, because at the moment it looks a right old mess, and there's cobble everywhere, and there's bits missing in the floor, and everything looks a general mess. So I'm gonna get back to you when I've done the sort of decorate the room out. So be right back, guys. Much better. We have a nice little viewing window now, along with this nice stone bricked room, and we've got rooms for all our furnaces here. So we're going to rig these up, and I'm thinking of making over here sort of like storage, maybe. I'm not sure on that, or I might put storage either side here, and we'll see on that one. But yeah, I've cleared out part of the room needed for this one, so we're going to finish off that now. And then we're going to build these little bud switches, like this one here, and we're going to finish up the furnace room. So why don't we talk about some of the things that are going on Lividius Gaming. So this Saturday, today is the 22nd that I'm recording this. You'll probably see this on the 24th, I imagine. So the Saturday after the 24th, Rowan is holding an event. RW101, as those of you on the server will know, he is holding an event, and that event is like a little PvP tournament thing. So if you want to come along and check that out, I would highly recommend it. I hopefully will be there, fingers crossed. If everything all goes to plan, then I will be there. This is actually going to get replaced with iron bars, and I'm going to put some obsidian here, but I just want it free for now. But yeah, so that's going to be going on. It's going to be starting at 6 PM GMT, so that's British time. For those of you who live in America, I'm not sure what time that will be for you guys. But yeah, that's when it's starting, and I hope that you can come along and enjoy that with us. So, just something there for you. What was I doing anyway? Oh yeah, making all the furnaces. And I put the cobble away. So for now, 4 furnaces should do. If I need more, I can always add a second floor, or even extend the room, but I really have enough for now. So let's 1, 2, 3. I'm going to leave that furnace over there for example, just for now. So why don't we get those furnaces in, same on this side. Actually, I did mine differently, because that's got a 2 wide gap, that's only got a 1 wide gap. Interesting. That was not meant to be the case, I must admit. But yeah, we can roll with that. Though it's going to look a little weird, isn't it? What with this looking like that, and then you can't really have two sets of iron bars. It looks very weird. Wow, did I actually mess something up in building this? Because when I carved the circle out, I had some trouble carving the circle out. I've actually made this one too long. You know what, I think I have. I think I've made it one too long. Well, let me think. I could shorten it one, but that would be kind of a pain to do, especially now how I've cut all this out. But I guess just for OCD purposes, we're going to have to shorten it by one. So I'll be right back once that is done. There we go, all sorted. Just was a case of pushing it forward one, and we've sorted that issue out. So now we have equal furnaces, so we can actually now begin building these little bud switches at the back. So let's just clear out this stuff. And we'll have to set them right and stuff, but generally it's pretty easy to build one of these things. It's pretty simple redstone, really. We'll probably cover these in a tutorial at some point. But essentially we're going to need sticky pistons and loads of cobble, pretty much. So for sticky pistons, now you're going to need slime balls for those, and I don't want this to become a tutorial, so I'm just going to say that we need slime balls, we need redstone, we actually need some iron, and wood. I'm going to need a lot of wood for the head of the piston, so why don't we just put in our iron, our redstone, our cobblestone, and our wood, and we need just 4 actually of these pistons, so we can get those 4 pistons, throw them in with the slime balls, and you'll get sticky pistons. Let's get that. It's kind of just becoming a tutorial. I don't really want it to be, so oops, shift click on the back of the furnace always helps. So yeah, they were that was the main event, which is obviously Rowan's. The thumbnail competition, as always, is ongoing, so you'll be able to check that out. All the stuff will be in the description again, so you can take part in that. If you want a more in-depth talk about that, visit the last episode, which will be somewhere on the screen probably, or in the description, and you can check that out from there. So we've got this piston. Now we need to add blocks, and actually underneath all of these are redstone torches, so let's pop out these blocks here, and here we want redstone torches there, so we're going to need 4 of those torches. Let's grab those. So let's see, torch, this is going to have to come back a bit more, like this. I'm pretty compact with wiring if I can be. I don't like to leave stuff everywhere. So block on top of that. Let's do it for this bit. So that's something you'll get used to me. I like building compact, useful stuff when I'm getting with redstone. I don't like building those huge, random redstone builds that don't really do anything to do with the game. I'm not a huge fan of that. There are some people that like to do that. I'm not a fan of it myself. I appreciate those who do that, and they obviously have uses, I'm sure, but I've not found it that fascinating, personally, watching some of this stuff that they do. To me, it's not about building a memory board in a video game. I mean, yes, you can do it, but to me, it's kind of the question is, why would you do that? That would be my stance on that. But you know, some people like to do that. If you like to do that, not to offend you at all, I'm sure your redstone builds are awesome. But I'm not a fan of them. But that's not to say I would not watch them. It's just that I prefer doing other things. So I'll just keep referring to this design here because it's quite simple to follow if I just keep checking it. Sorry if that gets annoying for you, but not a whole lot more I can do. So I'm just going to finish these off actually first, as opposed to doing anything else. So that's going to have to get moved, isn't it? Let's move that from there. This is just the simplest way of building these things. And we're actually going to need some repeaters now as well, aren't we? As well as some of the dust. Oops. I put some dust over here, did I? No. So what carries the signal here? I think this is a dust here, isn't it? Is it just there? No idea. Can I see from there? This is the back. Or does it actually not have anything on it? I can't remember. No, it doesn't have anything on it, so we just need the dust and then the repeaters. So do I have any smooth stone left? I don't, so we're going to have to grab some. Well, these are going to become walls anyway, similar to the rest of my base, and I'm using the wrong pickaxe. That's a great start. So what I'll do is I'll just nab some of this stuff. And when it becomes walls later, off camera, then I will replace that and it'll look all nice again. So, let's see. Did we get enough smooth stone? I hope so. We're going to need 4 repeaters. So for that we're going to need 8 torches. Whoops. 8. And then we want another 8 here to make 8 torches. I'm going to split those in half. Pop that in there. It's smooth stone we need in it. I don't know how I got that button. Kind of just happened. So let's get those moved, and what I'll do is I will clear all this out now as well. So we want the repeater to be facing inwards, and then we want to run the wire down onto the lamp like this, and that is what will provide our light, basically, our indicator light for when the furnace is on. And I also want to connect a note block, and a note block, which I have actually on me, we're going to use dirt on. So I'm going to try and fit this in if I can. If we can't, I'll just have to leave the note block, but I would like to fit it in. You probably won't be able to hear that because I've had to turn the sound down. Let's just start off with the lowest note, and we'll just leave that as normal. I can always tinker with the notes and stuff later. So this side we will do the opposite way, just to try and keep it a little more compact. Oops. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do either. It's because I'm shift clicking, isn't it? Let's turn up the note. Let's get rid of you. I want to know if these connect, so something's not right. Something is not right because the signal's not being passed. Something is not right. Let me see. Sticky piston, furnace, wiring. Is it because I've not made that long enough? Yeah, I've not made it long enough. I've tried to compact it in too much. Let me see, how did the design go? It was sort of like, yeah, an upside down L shape. Although we actually have an upside down L shape. We have the 2 on the back, which is correct. Ah, there's meant to be 2 in front. So this is all wrong, basically. Redstone's never been my thing, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to pull all this apart. Have to bear with me on this one, guys. Let's see, piston. So the torch definitely needs to go in there, we know that. I have so much crud on me. Get out of here, button. Really don't want you. So that definitely goes there. That goes on that. Then it sort of forms that upside down L we were talking about earlier. Then you need one here. And let's just put a piece of dust on there. I think dust needs to get there anyway. Put that on there. And then we need to bring this across here. Or is that just what that's exactly what I did before. There's something not right and I've got to work out what it is. Otherwise it's not going to work. So it needs to be 2 in front. That's when the piston's extended. Ah, so actually what's gone wrong here is the piston isn't extended. So when the piston is extended, it will cover this block, which is meant to have that on it, which is then meant to form this L shape. Put that there, that there, put that there, then when that's extended, that's going to happen. So let's pick up the note block and this. Get rid of that. Torch right there. We want dust right here. Now I want a repeater right there, which is going to pass the dust on. And now we want to bring this across and down using the redstone that we've already got, which is what we've now done. But what I don't understand is why the piston is now not powered. Because when extended it should cover a torch. Is it because it needs powering? Oh, I've used all my torches up. Positive I had another one though, because I got rid of... Oh no, I used it, didn't I? Let's make another torch and see if that solves the problem. So, let's see. This could take a while. It's going to be one of those episodes which is really long, because I'm trying to work out what is wrong with the switch. Move that. Oh, I can't pick it up. Right, now if I pull that back, and now if I... Ah, yeah, now it's working. I've got so much junk on me now, it's that button again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this for the remaining furnaces, and along with actually putting in the note block as well. And I'm putting it on dirt because note blocks make different sounds when they're on different materials. So how best am I to go about that? Probably that, to be honest. Now let's see if the note block actually plays when I update the piston. It doesn't. Right, okay. We've got to solve the note block then. There's got to be somewhere where I can actually put the note block. Would it be above it? Would that power it? Great, more rubbish I can't pick up. It can't go there, can it? It's got to go 3 up, because that needs to go in there, and then that would need to go in there. But now I can't actually see whether... I'll work the note block out. I'm not going to bore you with this anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to solve the note block problem, and then I will finish these up and I'll get back to you. So be right back again. Okay, so I've finished rigging up the furnaces. It looks a bit bare in here yet, so what I might do is off camera tinker with this furnace room and might add a few furnaces in. I could see myself having 4 on each wall. The only problem with it is positioning the note blocks. But I might be able to get it somewhere else if I am lucky. I might be able to attempt to move it somewhere else. We'll see on that. I might try and get it above, hopefully, so that I can then get the extra furnaces in. So as you can see, we have now rigged it up completely. I've put the obsidian behind the iron bars, and we've kind of got this nice circular effect going on. I didn't actually anticipate doing this, but it's kind of what's happened. And also we've obviously got this wonderful little view out here to this lovely lava and down there. So we have a nice view out. We've left it kind of natural. What I'm going to do now, between now and the next episode, is clear all this model away. Probably add some extra furnaces in if I have time. In the next episode we'll go do something else. But yeah, this is my furnace room. I'm going to add some chests here for all the resources and stuff. In fact, I might actually hide them in the walls, like put them in there so it kind of merges in and it doesn't stick out. I quite like that idea. And we'll see where we go from there and see what we want to do on our next project. So I'll also be clearing up this sort of walkway here. But as you can see, the things are now complete. Why don't we actually test this out on something? So, do I actually have anything worth smelting? I guess we could smelt some of this. So let's just go in here to this one. And let's just... There we go, did you hear that? I've got a little note block and the light comes on to show that we are using it, and I'll smelt up some smooth stone. So yeah, that pretty much covers it for today. Not a whole lot more I can say. Kind of didn't go as planned really. I'm still learning the redstone stuff, and I'm trying to work a few things out. But this is my basic furnace room. I'm going to tidy it up a bit and add a few improvements, but I think it's going to be a very nice room. and once I've finally finished everything off as well, then it will look pretty good, I'm hoping. If I had some more furnaces, it might help to fill the room out a bit. I might put some lights in the ceiling. What would that look like, just on the off chance? Is this a full block? It is, isn't it? I put a full block roof in. I might put a half slab roof in. I'll see, but actually I quite like that. So if I was to put lamps in, I'll probably use that and put some lamps in here as well. And I might even rig that up to a pressure plate, because this is half slab, so no monsters are going to spawn in here. This is half slab, this is stairs. This is going to be covered up, so there will be no full blocks for a monster to spawn in. So I think that would be pretty cool if we could do that. I might rig up some lights to a pressure plate that comes down and through, and when we tread over the pressure plate, all the lights turn on, so that it shows that we are in the room, which is something that I think would be pretty cool. So I'm going to mess around with a few things here, and in the next episode, at the start, I'll show you what I've done with the furnace room, and then we will move on to doing something else. We might go exploring in the next episode, because we've done a lot of base work. So unless it's until Sunday or Saturday, I forget which now. If I record before then, we'll do something else, but if it's then, most likely I will be doing some PvP stuff with RW101. I might not be participating, but I will probably be recording some of the action for you guys, especially those who actually play on the server, to check out, so that you can see a different perspective. And before I go, actually, that's one point that I want to kind of bring up, and I will probably do a full video on this at some point. But yesterday, the 21st, and today, the 22nd, I've been involved, not directly, just being on the server in some live streams with some people. And I just want to thank all the guys. I want to thank the admins and XTEvilMonkey, who runs this server, because it really has renewed a lot of my passion for vanilla. I was beginning to lose it a bit with all the maps and stuff, and I was beginning to lose a bit of interest in it, but this has really helped renew my sort of interest in it. And these guys on the live stream, they've been so kind to me. I know that they've come from my channel, and I'm not tooting my own horn or anything here, but you know, I feel like I've contributed something to the server now, and I'm enjoying a lot of time with these guys. So I highly recommend you check out ZetaBeta25, Nerds at Home, who is also called Milk and Crumpets, and Scotty Dude 96, I believe it is, or 94. I would check out those guys. They all stream from time to time on this server, and you might see me from a different perspective when I'm out of the recording. So although you won't hear my voice, you'll still see me type, and if you want to come on the server, I highly welcome you to, because we are a friendly community, and I would like to speak to some more of you guys. I know that quite a few of you have been on and spoke to me, and it's been nice. It really has, to speak with those guys in something other than comments. So thanks for watching, guys. As always, I hope you've enjoyed this fun little project, even if it did go a little bit wrong, but I am going to probably make some tweaks and stuff to it, and I'll probably get back to you at some point later. So thanks for watching, guys, and I hope to see you on the next episode of Lividius Gaming. So yeah, until then, see you later, and have a good day.